Welcome once again to Port 6, and I still remain your host, Olusola Adefina. Always with me on the show today is the MD CEO of Royal and Senior Consult Limited, Mr. Ernest Odeze. You're welcome once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've received a lot of messages from our viewers, and one of them is what we want to discuss today: cargo consolidation. Now, I went online to search for the definition of cargo consolidation, and that's what I want to do now. A cargo consolidation is a logistics strategy where a shipper combines multiple shipments within a particular geographic region into a single shipment container. So, Mr. Ernest, can you just throw more light on this definition?
Okay, cargo consolidation is a good approach on shipping, in shipment and in shipping industry, because it aids and encourage young importers to bring in cargoes, in the sense that, or there are things we call bulky goods and non-bulky goods. Okay, goods that occupy space. Maybe someone that brings in jewelries, and it can no longer be, before you're able to cover bringing a jewelry that can contain a full 40 foot or 20 foot, you know what I'm talking about. So maybe you have a little CBN, a small CBN, like a small space portioning the container. Another man, Mr. A and Mr. B and Mr. C can come together to combine their goods or their freight to make up 140 foot or 120 foot, okay, without waiting too long for maybe before they were able to have enough money to buy enough goods to ship or to export. So it's a very encouraging aspect in the shipping industry towards to consolidate your goods, which we call also groupage. Okay, it's a groupage. So 2 or 3 or 4 people come together to complete 140 foot or 120 foot to be shipped to a particular area. Maybe they're coming to Nigeria, they're Nigerians, they will come together and make a shipment. So, but the challenges we might have in it is the process of clearing. Okay, you must be able to it's not a homogeneous item, it's a heterogeneous. Okay, different items in one container. So now we have to do some physical examination. You cannot scan such item. You have to see that those items, duties are paid on them. Okay, so that is only disadvantage about it. In terms of clearing process, it might slow down. It might take time than a goods that have one item in it. But it's a perfect ideology, and we encourage it in the shipping industry.
I'm going to ask you that I made a research, and from my research I discovered that in some other developed countries, it takes like within 2 days after the offloading of vessel. It takes like 3 to 5 days, then they decongest the ports. But in Nigeria, there's a kind of challenge. What about some of the regulations, like customs service? What can they do to reduce that stringent policy made by Nigerian Customs Service to evacuate containers from the ports?
Well, the country in question, we as a people, the way we bring in our cargoes is another issues we are having. Here in the country, we practice a lot of cargo consolidations, that is groupage. Even if it's not a physical groupage, but when you have multiple items in one container, it becomes cumbersome for the custom to allow that container to live in time. That is why you see us practicing a physical examination instead of running a scanning system. Because in this kind of system, if you allow using the scanning without having a physical view of that, so many things will go wrong somewhere. So people might conceal a lot of items that is harmful to the system, to the government, and to the people as a whole. You see people smuggling drugs, smuggling ammunition, and so on. So that is a sense of we as a people to really we need to go back to get some policies done but we are not yet ripe to that system. If we are practicing a mono type of importation, if I'm bringing this phone, iPhone 12 or iPhones, and this is only the iPhone will be in that container, it's understandable. If I'm bringing this laptop, it's only this laptop that is only, it's understandable. But whereby I have laptop, I have the phone, I have this diary, I have this thing, I have frame, I have several things. That is called cargo consolidation. In that aspect, you need to pay duties for all these items, and they need to examine properly to know if truly those items are being paid for. So that is why we have a bottleneck in custom clearing process, because we don't practice a homogeneous kind of importation. Okay, so it's not the customs fault, it's we as a people and the consignee, the importers. So if they can able to get it fine-tuned, for we to able to have this kind of platforms to bring one particular item at a time, then we can get to that. When the manifest is being disseminated, you can clear your goods online, pay your duties, and release online, release your go to your ship from the shipping company for the terminal. That what you need, once the vessel is dropping, you're loading and you're leaving immediately. So that is a very big challenge.
Okay, thank you so much. Lastly, because you mentioned, still on our focus, ports, discongesting the ports. You mentioned that one of the things we need to utilize is the badge system, and I know that is one of your strengths. So I want you to talk about the badge system in discongesting the ports. How does it go? How does it work?
Well, the badge system is one of the effective measures to discongest the port at the moment, because we are trying to use the inland waterways properly. You know, when it comes to the intermodal systems, we are talking about having place all the necessary machineries, intermodal chains to work perfectly. We talk about using the truck, using the rail, and using the ship. And the barge system is a mini ship, it's a mini ship we can use towards discongest the port. Like each barge, minimum of some barges here in Nigeria carries like 18 to 20, okay, to 20 containers, in the sense that if you're measuring by TEU, the standard measurement, you take a look at about 40 to 42 TEUs. Okay, and so if each barge takes in 42 TEUs, okay, max, minimum, okay, 42 TEUs or 40 TEUs minimum. There's some barges that can take up to 100 TEUs. There's some barges that can take up to 120 TEUs. Those big barges. So now, if you have this kind of barges in place, that means you are already reducing the number of trucks that is coming into the port through the road. Okay, because of the nature of the road, we are using the badge system to reduce the congestion on the road. Because of the nature of our road, even the ordinary people cannot access that road anymore. Truck and tankers have blocked the road. Okay, it's a very big issue too. So now, what are we saying is that using the badge is going to have a serious effect to able to us to cushion the effect of congestion. But all these things we have to do with what? Cargo handling equipment. If their cargo handling equipment is functional, if they have enough crane to service the badges, because we have several lighter jetties out there at the transit point where other trucks can, instead of coming straight to the port, they will go out like Maitu, like Brawa, like Agbara Aziz, like satellite areas. These areas are a lighter terminals that can easily discongest the port by taking these barges out there, taking this container through the barge to that areas. Then the trucks will not meet them over there. Then you can have this free flow of few trucks coming in straight to the port. So these are the things we need to employ, and which is already happening. They are taking place already. So it has come to stay. Okay, so badging system in Nigeria has come to stay. And the more we fine-tune it, the more better for everyone, and it will be able to discongest the port faster.
All right. I want to sincerely appreciate you for your time today. Thank you so much. And all right, viewers, I hope we've been able to find something educative from today's program. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Royal Renasido, and don't forget to visit our website at www.royalrenasido.com. And you can also follow us on YouTube at Port Series. Till I come your way next week. Bye bye.